Okay, this is David with Aslan Athletics, and we're here today with Teresa, Coach Carlos, and Jackie Gutierrez from Aslan Athletics, and she is number 130 today at the Greenest fastest mile. So, Jackie, we're going to interview you very briefly, and I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got here, how you met Coach Carlos, and what event you're going to run in today. So, first of all, what event are you running today?
The mile.
The Greenest fastest mile. Okay, and what is your best time in the mile?
My best ever was 5:36.
5:36. And when did you set that time?
My freshman year.
And you are now in which?
Now I graduated from high school, Bell Gardens High School.
Okay, awesome. Bell Gardens High School. All right. Woohoo, Bell Gardens. All right, Coach Carlos. So how did you meet this young lady?
Well, there was a program that we were involved with. It's called Run for Fun, sponsored by the LA Unified School District and Amateur Athletic Foundation. And they get kids to get involved with sports. And so it's a program within our school. We got a lot of kids involved, and every year they have it like in December. And we've been doing this for almost like 30 years.
Wow.
And our kids have really ran well throughout those years. And I met Jackie as soon as I retired. I stood around and continued to coach. And then, well, Jackie was one of them. She was a sixth grader at the time, and she got in shape pretty fast by the end of the year. And out of like 160 something kids in her age category for that Run for Fun, she took fourth, right?
And you had never run before, Jackie?
No.
Wow, amazing.
And all the workouts were on the track. She never ran cross country or trails or around the streets, to practice. Everything was on the track.
Awesome.
And that's kind of odd.
Yes.
To become a good runner on the track and all of a sudden extend it and become good on the road.
Awesome. That's excellent. Excellent. So, Jackie, tell us a little bit about how did you come to know Coach Carlos?
Well, yeah, he was recruiting, and he taught nutrition and health in 6th grade. So he was passing out flyers, and then I decided why not? Because he wasn't a teacher, and he was always very distinct as a teacher. Like, he made everything fun. So I'm like, oh, that should be fun too.
That's cool. That's Coach Carlos.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I decided to give it a try.
Okay. And so, what happened on your first race?
Well, yeah, I ended up getting 4th place, and it was very surprising. I had never run a race before. I was just running with kids, jogging with them.
And 4th place in which event?
In the mile for the Run for Fun program.
Okay. And so, what was your next race?
My next race after that, well, we had several track meets in 8th grade with the West Valley Eagles. So every Saturday we would go and we would compete. I don't remember like any personal records, but I remember competing the mile, the 800.
So, so what were you doing prior to running?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, were you participating in any other sports?
No, I was more of a music player. I played the violin.
She
Wow.
was just an average, ordinary girl.
Yeah.
Wow. I am impressed. Okay, so from music to running on the track and then running track and field. So now what was your next step?
When I entered Bell Gardens High School as a 9th grader, I decided to join track and field because Mr. Alfaro he was always encouraging me to. He was like, it's a great idea, you'll have a lot of fun. So I didn't know there was summer practice during the summer. So I just went there and I talked to the coaches, and they're like, yeah, just bring your clothes and you can start tomorrow. So it was unexpected. And then, well, I started practicing, and I ended up being Almont League champion for cross country and for track and field for the mile. Yeah.
Wow.
For the fast shock division, yeah.
Okay. All right. And what are your plans for the future?
My plans for the future are, well, I'm currently going to go to UC Santa Barbara, so that starts in the fall. And major in pre-biology. Hopefully, I can become a physician's assistant and well, maybe even coach, like as a side thing, like volunteer help Mr. Park.
Excellent. You'll have to come back and help us and be an inspiration to all of us.
Yeah.
And so, as a physician's assistant, tell me, I understand you had some health challenges during this time period.
Yeah.
So if you would tell us about that.
Yeah, I was sick and I didn't even know, so I would run and I would try to practice. That happened like my junior year, and it was very difficult for me because I didn't understand what was going on. I thought I was just really out of shape, but I had never felt that way. Like, I would go on jogs and I would feel like I had just run a race, and it was really just a jog, and I would feel like suffocated, and I would feel like my heart was beating really fast.
Lack of oxygen.
Lack of oxygen, yeah. And then it wasn't until we went to clinics and I got checked and I had anemia, so then I had to stop running for a while.
And so for our audience out there who don't know what anemia is, just very briefly, you can tell them what anemia is.
It's an iron deficiency, so that means your white blood cells, I think,
red blood cells,
don't have enough you don't have enough red blood cells, and you don't have enough oxygen. So
and you
feel really fatigued.
And you get iron from vegetables, and that's why it's so important to, especially if you're in sports.
Yes.
Especially the greens.
Yes, greens, and I'm really into health and wellness. I had open heart surgery in '86, and so I am a firm believer in juicing, because when you juice fruits and vegetables, it's just like an IV shot of vitamins.
Yeah.
Rather, because how many carrots can you eat, or how many how many leaves of spinach can you eat at one time? But you can juice all those and get concentrated and build up your iron.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're going into that field of, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, so UC Santa Barbara?
Yes.
And you're starting this fall?
Yeah, this fall.
Okay. And are you excited today?
Yes, I am. I haven't run since track ended. Yeah.
All right. Okay, Jackie. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you, and good luck in today's race. I know you're going to do well. And thank you, Coach Carlos, for everything that you do. And okay, see you after the race.